Okay, so I made reference to class names there a moment ago, and I'd say some of you weren't too sure what I was on about. So if I do this, let me turn on my inspector here for a second and just highlight over Dave's taxis here. You can see on the left hand side, look it over to the left hand side there, what is actually highlighted. That is all the stuff, and if I blow it up there, there's all the stuff to do with Dave's taxis. So there's a div tag, which is basically just allows you to create section content. And it's like putting a big block around content. And we've got Dave's taxis, we've got Hi, I'm Dave, Westport, and all of that kind of stuff. And that's all in there in that. Similarly, if we go down here to Maria's taxis, look at how the stuff highlights here on the left. Maria's taxis, Brendan's taxis. Again, this is another one. If I highlight this, look at it all highlighted on the left hand side again. All there, see it? And lastly, Lisa's taxis. So again, that whole div tag there as it's highlighted. If I move out of it now, there we go. Oh, lost it. There we go. And we keep losing it. No, we haven't. No, we've lost it. Anyway, you know what I mean. Now, what I've done is these are 4 div tags, division tags, and I've given 2 of them classes. The one there with the blue background, I've called it background blue. So I've given it the class name background blue, and I've got one down here in the bottom for Lisa's one, and I've called it background pink. But the rest of them, they're all the same. They do exactly the same things. The only thing that's different in them is the writing. So let's see the power of CSS here now. So for example, if I go into the div tag and this covers all of them, and I change, watch over the right hand side here. And if I do something like font family, so I'll turn off the inspector gadget there for a moment, inspector off. But if I go font family now, and I change it to Arial, look at how Arial changes on every one of them. Arial changes on every one of them. But so that like the actual overall div tag works for all of them, right? It works for all of them. Let me do one more example there. Font. What other one could I give? Font size. No, I won't do font size because it'll change it all for font size. Let's try another one. Font. Alright, let's do border solid or something. Right, we have a nice border gone in there. Border, maybe radius 1 px or something like that. Will that make a difference? 2 px. No, I'm not really doing too much there. I might have got the wrong one. Come back. Look, we've done a couple of things. That's all for the divs. It is applied to each division. Now, let's put in a little bit of padding. Actually, that'd be a nice one. 1 px, and we've got a bit more padding going in there, and maybe a margin as well. Px. And now we can see we've got a bit of margin coming back into play there. So maybe increase the margin by 2, or to 2 pixels. And still not that big, so let's go to 3. Yeah, and it's getting a bit nicer. 4, 5, let's go to 5 pixels. And look, right, it's nicely done. But this is the power of it now. So if I go back in here, my blue div here, this div, Maria's taxis, this is a class, and it's got this hook name back-blue. So for me to target a class in CSS, I do a full stop, I give the name of the class, and then you do your open and close brackets there again. So I've called that background blue. I'm going to change the font family in it now to Calibri. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'll change the font color, or maybe it's just color actually, sorry, color. I'm going to change it to green, and it only does it for that div tag. It only does it for that one, the one with the class name back blue. Similarly, I go to back pink here, change that to font family, something like Comic Sans. Would that be good? Will it pick up Comic Sans? Maybe it won't. No, I'll give one word to Homa. Right, and that did it for that. And also, maybe I'll change something else. No, that's fine, but that's just the power of it. You can see it there, all the different class names.